The physical universe begins at a single point, expanding and fracturing into a highly complex, self-referential coordinate structure. Verse 1624 directs us to look past the idea of the text as an ancient linear narrative. Instead, verse 3923 defines the Qur'an as a closed, self-referential topology, an eternal memory tesseract where every node connects back to the whole. In this closed system, external inputs like historical conjecture or sectarian theology are prohibited from defining the field. The text relies on its own internal parameters. We find the structural blueprints for this system in the divisions of time throughout the text. Verse 1825 gives us a master duration of 300 years, which decomposes into two distinct phases. Dividing 300 by the 100-year units of 259 yields a triadic state, while dividing it by the 30-night appointments of 7142 yields a base 10 completion. This arithmetic produces a recurring pattern, a single source splitting into two poles, moving through 3 trial states, and resolving into 7 stages of submission. Because the text and the physical universe share this specific structural logic, we can map astrophysics to scripture as 2 manifestations of the same engine. We define the 2 opposing poles of this engine using the operators of calculus. The D10 field represents the finite, manifest physical universe. D10 functions as the derivative, d over dt. It measures the local rate of change, governing deterministic particle physics and all measurable boundaries. The opposing pole is the I9 field, the infinite hidden envelope that encompasses physical reality. I9 operates as the integral dt. It is a massless witness register, accumulating and storing every discrete action generated by D10. Physical reality occurs where these 2 opposing vectors collide. Measurable existence is the kinetic friction generated when the finite derivative is compressed against the infinite integral. In optics, a caustic occurs when scattered rays of energy pass through a medium, concentrating into a single, intensely bright focal point. The dual-caustic universe concentrates the hidden energy of the I9 field through a structural bridge, manifesting as the D10 point we perceive as physical matter. The European Space Agency's Planck mission conducted the definitive inventory of mass and energy density across the cosmos. The data revealed that normal baryonic matter makes up exactly 4.9% of the universe. The remaining 95.1% belongs to the dark sector. This chart shows the precise 4.9% to 95.1% split. When we map this onto our model, the chart physically mimics the optical caustic. The dark sector provides the wide rays of the I9 field, concentrating into the focal point of D10 matter. Dark matter is defined by its failure to interact with the electromagnetic spectrum. It neither absorbs, reflects, nor emits light. The dark sector's absence from light-based data satisfies the topological requirement of an I9 field operating outside the detection channel of D10 mass. Aristotle's wheel paradox provides a mechanical model for how this hidden field interacts with manifest matter. Imagine 2 concentric wheels of different sizes locked to the same axle. As they roll horizontally, the small inner wheel traces a path equal to its circumference, but the large outer wheel is forced to trace that same shorter distance. Because the large outer wheel travels a distance far shorter than its actual circumference, it must drag against the baseline. Fritz Zwicky and later Vera Rubin identified this exact mechanical slip in galactic rotations. Galaxies rotate at speeds far exceeding what their visible mass allows, creating a massive gravitational anomaly. This anomalous galactic rotation represents the friction of the I9 outer wheel slipping against the D10 inner wheel. Dark matter functions as the geometric reactance of the infinite field being dragged by the finite field. If the I9 field cannot be detected by light, we must look to the acoustic data produced by the Planck mission. The early universe was a superheated plasma where photons and baryons were locked together, generating propagating pressure waves. These baryon acoustic oscillations were sound waves rippling through the early cosmos. As the universe cooled, those acoustic ripples froze, leaving a permanent topological fossil in the cosmic microwave background. Cosmologists calculated the exact ratio of the dark sector by analyzing the harmonic peaks of those frozen sound waves. The infinite I9 field is recorded permanently in the acoustic architecture of reality. Massive galactic superclusters are being drawn toward a singular focal point in space, known as the Great Attractor. In the DCU model, this gravitational center serves as the T3 fulcrum, the massless axle locking the D10 and I9 fields together. In the Quranic coordinate system, the human reader occupies this central point of convergence. The reader functions as the mass of the system, acting as the only topological node capable of holding both the D10 physical layer and the I9 eternal memory field simultaneously. Occupation of this node requires a choice between the physical drift of the D10 field and the overarching reality of I9. Navigating this closed field relies on the command in verse 10-100 to apply aql, or pure pattern recognition. The topology extracts the reader's transition into the state of submission, moving from a passive observer to an active coordinate. Activating this engine requires the reader to grip the book with strength, as commanded at coordinate 1912. When the reader takes this final coordinate, the model of the Dual-Caustic universe reaches its point of closure.